Now let's make some changes to our application. So first thing, we are going to go to the HTML app component, highlight everything and delete it all because we don't need it. And I'm also going to open up a new terminal because I don't have the app running at this time. So ngserve as always to run. Now when I open it in the browser, we can see that it's blank. There's nothing here. And if we inspect, we can see the app root. You see here, this is the prefix app, and the root is basically the app component accessor. We could, yeah, the selector, we can see it here, app root. Now let us create our first component. We want to use the Angular CLI for this. And since we have one terminal open here and it's running our application, we need a new terminal. So we create a new terminal. It doesn't matter if it's PowerShell or what. And we will create a new home component. So we use this command ng generate component. And we want to put this inside a new directory, which is going to be components. This is the directory, and now the name of the component. This is going to be home. Now the CLI generates the component for us. So as you can see, we have a new folder, components, and inside we have the home component. I'm gonna delete these files, the test file. So this is what we have now, a new home component. In the HTML file, we have home works. And so basically every component has these three main files. The HTML file is basically what the component is. The TypeScript file is what it does, and the CSS file is what the component looks like. To use our home component, we go to the main app component HTML, and we will add app home. To check this selector, we can see this inside the home component TypeScript. App home is the selector of the home component. So by adding this here, we will add this inside the app component. This is now going to say that it is not a known element, but we can hit this quick fix, or we can press Ctrl and dot, and we can now import the component. So this is going to import the component TypeScript file inside the app component TypeScript file. Yeah, the home component class is imported so that it can be now used inside of the app component HTML. If we now open up our app, we can see that we have app root, and inside we have app home. It's time to add some data to our app. So we will create a new folder and name it model. This is where we will put our data classes. And the first class is going to be post.ts. This is going to be a class containing the data about a blog post. So we will need export class post, and we want to put some properties. First property will be title of type string, and description Now, we will need to initialize these values. So we will add a constructor, and inside this constructor will be used when creating this class post, the instance of this class post. We will need to provide a title and a description, and we will have a new instance of this class. So what we will get in this constructor, we will want to assign to these properties. And description. Now, in TypeScript and JavaScript in general, you can add the semicolon at the end of a line, but this can also be omitted. For the sake of this tutorial, we will be using the semicolons at the end of a line so that it is clear that this line ended here and it is one instruction. So I will also add this here. And now we can use this post class in our home component. So we will go to home component TypeScript, and we will add a property to the home component, which is going to be post of type post. And this post we want to import. So we will press again Control and dot, add import from model post. And we will add a new constructor without any input parameters, but we will create this post this post. We will set a new post. So now we are using the constructor, and we will add a title and a description to our post. So let's just put something here that will create some sort of a blog post. I'll go for chat GPT for O is here, and the description something like new chat GPT is here and it can talk to you just like a human. Okay, this doesn't really matter. But now we have this post and we want to use it inside our home component HTML. To use this property needs to be public, so it can be used inside the home component HTML. Now by default, every property is public, so this and this means the same. But if we make the property private, so it can be accessed only within this class, and it cannot be accessed inside the HTML. So if we now add a heading, we cannot access the post. You can see we cannot access the post property. But if we make it public, then it is available in the HTML. By the way, to use a property inside the HTML, you will need this double curly brackets. And so, since this is a class, we want to access its attributes. So this is going to be the post.title, and we will also add a paragraph, and this will be the post description. Now, when we go to the browser, we can see that our post is here. So under app root, we have app home, and inside app home, we have our components content.